to this exciting episode. It's an exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. We are continuing with the Land for Time of the Furious month. We are continuing this time. We are now on the 5th installment of Fast and Furious with, and get this, the gimmick title, Fast 5. Fast 5 is a 2009 film. It stars, obviously, the return of Vin Diesel, Paul Walker's Dom and Brian, alongside Jordana Brewster and Tyrese and Ludacris in the cast. All of them return in this installment. So, what's the plot of this one? Well, it picks about the events of Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel's Dom getting arrested. He gets arrested and he is sentenced 25 to life. So it starts out with Paul Walker's Brian and Jordana Brewster, I forget her character's name. So they're driving a highway. They drive the highway. They drive into the car and then wham the car and escape. All three of them are now considered fugitives. So they're on the run and then they make it to Rio de Janeiro. In this installment, we see the gang go to Rio de Janeiro. So we get introduced back, Han, is it Sung Kang? I think I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Yes, Sung Kang. So, he helps out along the way. Along the way, we're introduced to Dwayne Johnson's Hobbs. He is a military man. He's not really a military man, but he's like this big top cop that he's searching for Dom. So they meet up. They have this one big battle. And this is kind of where the street racing goes away and they focus more on just espionage, which honestly, I don't know. I love Fast 5. I think Fast 5 is, out of all the Fast and Furious, this was my favorite at the time. Now, I haven't seen the later ones. We'll get to those later. But basically, it focuses on the gang. They reconnect, and it focuses them on this bonding. Yeah, when I do that, that's bonding. But they bond together, and their whole way through the film. Again, it's Fast and Furious. You're not supposed to take this movie serious. Right when it got to, I mean, sure, the first movies were serious, but they were more popcorn entertainment. You just turn your brain off and just enjoy the cars. And the thing that makes these series work are the cars. There are some beautiful cars. And the setting in Rio de Janeiro is amazing. The cinematography is phenomenal. I feel like this is where it gets really, in my opinion, really, really good. So, basically, it's crazy. It's really hard for me to talk about these films without just saying you have to just watch these and find out for yourself. But the only problem is, what happened to Gal Gadot's character? I know she was in the previous film, but I don't remember happening to her. There's some funny lines in the film, like Tyrese's character is like, "Good evening, officer. License and registration." Slam. "Good evening, officer. Hope you pull over." Slam. Just, they take this big vault, and it's just amazing. Not going to tell you how it does, but it's literally bonkers the way they do. Like, it makes you think, but I think the movie works well for what it does as a film. I like Fast 5. I'm going to say this right now. I love Fast 5. I think personally Fast 5 is where this series gets really good. And I'm sure that one of them is going to get a lot better as time goes by. But we're going to have to wait until that time goes by and see where this series really goes towards. So I don't know what else to say. Is there any flaws with the film? Well, I can easily say this. The first half, like I said, it's slow, but right when we get into the streets of Rio de Janeiro, it's great. I can't really find flaws with a film that you just have to watch. You really just have to watch these movies for what they are. It's pure action, pure popcorn entertainment, though. So, I think I mentioned that. I'm trying to think who else is in. Oh, I forgot. Ludacris appears in the film. He hasn't appeared since probably Too Fast, Too Furious. This also marks the return of Ludacris. And also marks the return of Tyrese's character from Too Fast, Too Furious. So, those two come back and they're in subsequent sequels. They were not in Fast and Furious, but they do come back in Fast 5. So it's great to see these because honestly, I thought the best part of Too Fast, Too Furious was Tyrese's character. His character builds, and I think his character works well. Dwayne Johnson adds to the fun. I think he really is a good action star. It's come a long ways, and now he's like super like buffed, man. He's like extremely buff. Like the action scene, it's like ooh, ooh, ooh. The action scene with Vin Diesel is like, it's near the beginning, but it is so good. I mean, sorry about that. It's really, really such a fun movie. I had a lot of fun with Fast 5, so now let's break it down. Final verdict, should you see Fast 5? Yes. Out of all the Fast and Furious films, I can highly recommend seeing Fast 5. This film is great. There has not been any flaws. Previous films are good, but this is just, man, this is just really fun. It's a fun movie. I was not bored. This is probably my favorite. I have a special spot for Too Fast, Too Furious and Tokyo Drift, but this film is easily like surpasses those previous films. We go from a series that's like, it's a cheesy action picture that this is, but this movie so goes over the top, and it's such a fun ride. I love it. It's intense, though the scene where Vin Diesel and Paul Walker drop in the water kind of reminds me of that scene in The Skulls where the two of them fall right in the water. You know, if you know the scene in The Skulls where they're trying to get inside, if you see my review of The Skulls, you'll probably know. When they're trying to get inside, they drop down right in the water. That almost reminds me of that, but more action-packed. I think, to be honest, this is a movie that showed me that this series gets really good. I'm pretty excited to watch Fast and Furious 6. Didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw part of it. But I'm going to say it's a lot of fun. Before I kind of sign off, I want to kind of show you the artwork. This right here was the first movie, I bought this on Blu-ray many years ago at a Kmart, back when Kmart was actually a company. And yeah, pretty good stuff. Digital copy code is probably expired, but you get, I don't know why I have two digital codes, but yeah. Just shows you Jurassic Park. I guess I'll show you the inserts. We'll do this kind of like a mini unboxing. Yep, so we got that. Bridesmaids. Just upgrade that to Blu-ray. So that's pretty cool, though. And I do like this, the Xfinity. I love that artwork. That is like some great artwork. And it just talks about Pocket Blue, but I don't think this even works. I'll put all those back. Discard. This is kind of where I feel like it got a little too... I miss like disc art on movies though, but yeah. In terms of special features, I guess I'll run down the special features. No exclusives, but apparently from what I heard in this edition, it has an all-new universal second screen. Basically now it says you can control, interact, all that lovey-dovey stuff. So yeah. Oh, okay. So these are probably so these are exclusive extras. You get Big Train Heist, reuniting with the team, a new set of wheels, Dom versus Hobbs, Tyrese TV, Inside the Vault Chase, on set with Justin Lin. In terms of the special features that are on the Blu-ray and the DVD, you get deleted scenes, gag reels, Dom's journal, Brian O'Connor from Fed to Con. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, he actually goes from, I think I've already mentioned that. Yeah, it's kind of weird because, I'll run it out real quick. The first movie, I'm going to kind of spoil the earlier films, but the first movie, he was an undercover cop, now he becomes fugitive. He's a fugitive in the second one. then he arrests a guy, then goes back to being a cop. He goes back to being a cop in Fast and Furious, and now he's back to being from road cop to now fugitive. So, no, it says from Fed to cop, that kind of stuff. So if we kind of give away that, yeah. Enter Federal Agent Hobbs basically talks about Dwayne Johnson's Hobbs, which I think he's a really cool character. I look forward to watching Hobbs and Shaw. I'm just kind of rambling on. And the commentary by Justin Lin, who directed the previous three films. So, not much in the way of much of special features, but overall, this is just a lot of fun. So, honestly, if you want a good, cheesy action picture, but an action picture I think works, this one does work. Much improvement over Fast and Furious, which I thought, I'm just going to tell you right now, kids, if you don't hear language, I'm going to tell you right now, I thought Fast and Furious was shit. But that's my opinion. But you may have your own difference. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still wearing my Universal shirt. So I'm kind of rambling on. I had a lot of fun with this. I know it's not much a review. I kind of have a hard time, but I want to talk about lots of things. So I do like the artwork, and I like the blurb on here that says, best in the series. And you are absolutely correct, sir. This is probably the best. I'm not sure what cut I watched since I went to the scene selection. So I'm done rambling. Go watch Fast 5. A lot of fun. And if you want to see my reviews of the previous Fast and Furious from this all the way to the original, I have it on my channel. So thank you once again for watching this episode. If you like what you see, go ahead and follow my social media page. Go ahead and follow my Twitter page. It's somewhere it's in my main page. If you like what I do, subscribe, click the bell, follow me on Twitter so you can keep up to date with what I watch and what I review. So let me know what you think of the Fast and Furious movies. Let's open up a conversation. Any conversation works, guys. Just go ahead and do that. If you want to like it, that's fine. I personally don't care, but that's my opinion. So far, I don't know if I'm going to put this one on the list. I've seen it before, so I can't really say if I'm going to put that on the list. But it's like I said, it's a lot of fun. I still think that this, Tokyo Drift, and Too Fast, Too Furious are probably the best. Those are my top 3 so far. Maybe it might be good, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. So, if you come back next time, I think next week. No, I think it's coming. No, either next week or this week, we're going to hop right back into Land Before Time. Yes, we're going to continue this series until the end of the month. We're going to hop right back into Land Before Time as I review next time. The next review will be Journey Through the Mist, the 4th in the Land Before Time series. But that's a later video for another day. Later review for another day, I should say. We'll save that one next time. So, I hope you come back to the channel. Go watch Fast 5. I'm done rambling. Thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna say good night and come back next time. I will have the next review, which is gonna be, like I said again, Journey Through the Mist, Land Before Time 4. So I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna say good night, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.